Right, Clarets fan reaction. Cardiff City 1, Burnley 2. Well, that was a grind, weren't it? Yeah, hard fought win there. Potentially lucky to get the win in the end. I think on the balance of play for the whole 90 minutes, we deserved it. But that last half hour was edgy, weren't it? Um, First half, thought first 5 minutes we started slow, and then we really grew into the game. And I thought up until really Steve scored, we were much the better side. Thought we were dominant. We were creating good chances. We were unfortunate not to score more than two. Obviously, they've had the chance where they've hit the post, which I don't know what was going on because I thought it was going miles wide. I don't know if it took a bobble on the pitch or whatever. But yeah, like I say, first half, I thought we were unfortunate to only score two goals. Um, Obviously made up for Steve to get his first goal for the club. Um, Absolutely delighted every week. I in my prediction with my missus and nephew, I always say that Steve's going to score. So finally got one right, and he's finally done it. So yeah, made up for Steve. Made up that he's finally got a goal. Um, Finally got the goal that his season's warranted. His season's deserved it. So made up for him, and made up for Brownhill as well. Lots been said obviously over the course of this season of how he goes missing in big games sometimes. He's not the greatest of players, but he's scored 11 goals for us again this season. And like I say, if he leaves at the end of the year when his contract's up, it'll be a big miss because he's a big player for us. And tonight just showed that. At both ends of the pitch, I thought he did well defensively when he needed to this tonight. But yeah, it'll be a big miss if he does go at the end of the season. Um, and then their goal, we're all allowed off nights, we're all allowed off games, and I thought Edwards had that tonight. I thought going forward he did well at times, but they were doubling up on him. But that did create space down the other side for Anthony and Hannibal, and obviously that's what led to our first goal. But yeah, I thought Edwards had a pretty quiet night tonight, and I don't think he was the player that we've seen up to now. And he's done a dodgy pass back to Connor Roberts, who, for a right back who this season has been fantastic and has been a little bit of an unsung hero, to not put a challenge in where the ball is, it is unacceptable, really. And then the ball goes out wide and they put a cross in. And I feel like Steve could do better with the header. I feel like he could do stronger to win the header, but it's a good header from their centre forward, and it finally breaks that clean sheet record. But I'm not going to be too negative about that. At some point, we were going to concede a goal. It wasn't going to go on till the end of the season. So we finally got that duck off our back. But look, that's only the 10th goal in the league we've conceded this season. So I'm not too concerned about that. But it invited pressure for us for the second half, didn't it? And like I say, for the first 10 minutes of the second half, I thought we did okay as well. I know I've said Edwards had quite a quiet night, but he's got himself in the box and he's brought down. It's a blatant penalty. I know there's the call for Brownhill slightly earlier where I do think it's a foul, but from what I saw on the telly, it did look like it was outside the box. I would need to see it again. But for me, it looked like it were outside the box. But Edwards' one's blatant penalty, and I don't think you'll see a more blatant one not given this season. And it's just the standard of officiating in England now. I'm not going to say it's just this league because it's not. Officiating in this country is just really, really poor. Um, or in these leagues, should I say? Because we weren't playing in our country. But yeah, just poor, and it's obviously a penalty, but it's not an excuse because I thought it wasn't necessarily us inviting pressure. I thought that we did invite the pressure, but their substitutions changed the game. And they've created quite a few chances, and fair play to Cardiff. I thought after they made the changes, they did well. And like I said, they put a lot of pressure on us, and we've had to sit in deep and defend well. And a lot's been said of our defensive record this season, but tonight we showed that resilience and that strong jaw defensive, attitude about ourselves. So yeah, it's a good result overall. Obviously, we wanted a bit of a performance after the weekend's dismal display, really, and I think going 2 goals up in the first half obviously gave us that. Obviously disappointing to concede the goal as we did and when we did. But yeah, just made up that we've got the result, really. And we're at the business end of the season now where it's not necessarily all about the performance, it's all about getting the result. And tonight we've done that. Like I say, we've got 2 goals in the first half, and then we've just had to defend in the second. But yeah, like I say, I thought that Cardiff did well in terms of creating pressure for us. But then we've got the chance right at the end of the game that we could make it 3-1. And I don't know what's up with Lyle Foster at the moment because I've slated him quite a lot this season, and I don't want to slate him again. I don't want to single players out. But you've got that chance at that moment, right at the end of the game. And I'm sorry, but as a striker, you should be taking a shot there. He's beaten his man. He's done the hard work. He should be taking a shot there. He's a striker. And, it just baffles me that he has chosen to try and lay it back for Laurent. I understand that, we probably thought that was the easier option, but as a striker, you've got to have confidence in yourself that you are going to finish those sort of chances. And I'm just disappointed with him, really, because, he's got 1 league goal this season, he's got 2 overall this season, and we all keep saying he needs a goal, he needs that confidence, and that goal could have given him the confidence, and I'd been more okay with that chance if he'd have taken it and skied it over the bar, rather than trying to, lay it off through one of their defenders. But like I said, I'm not going to be too negative tonight because, it's a well fought win, and we've ground out a result there against a side that are fighting for their lives and did put pressure on us for a good 30-35 minutes in the second half. But yeah, like I say, we've got a big game on the weekend. Luton on Saturday, back at the turf. Let's make it hostile. Let's make it horrible for them. Let's go get another result. We're 2 points off Sheffield United. We're 5 points off Leeds. The title's not over yet. Second's not over yet. We can still do it. We can still get automatics. We can still win the league. Trust it. Trust it. Up the Clarets.